Nothing in the mic.
Here come the thornbills at the break of dawn, singing out a chorus in a swing call. A cup of poison, evergreen. Her spirit laughs and calls me on. Her spirit laughs and calls to me. Deep in the ground is where she sleeps. Deep in the ground is where she sleeps. Deep in the ground is where she sleeps.
Like the way the lights are moving. Those ones, the slow lights moving. It's really good, man.
I'm just here by coincidence, and you have such a great voice. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mum. That's what we say in England when we're embarrassed. Thank you very much. Yeah, it really is beautiful to be here. And I can see some friends in the audience. It's lovely to see you all. And yeah, a few years ago I wrote a book actually about my life. And I don't know if you've ever done that. It's a lot of work. Like all the memories that you have inside you, trying to put them from my memories come in the form of pictures. Like when I was walking down the street to this venue, I saw something that reminded me of something in my past, and that memory came, like all on its own. I didn't ask for it, it just came like pictures and feelings. And that was my relationship with my past. Before I wrote this book, it was just pictures and feelings that came and went whenever they wanted. But when I wrote the book, I had to change those pictures and feelings into words. And I tried to make those words match the feelings and the pictures, you know. And I worked out from that my life was really a series of turning points. You know what I mean? Like certain things happened in my life that really changed me. And so I wrote about all those times, and I just want to tell a story about one of those times now. I was in a band called Strangelove in the 90s, and we got quite big actually. We went on tour with Radiohead and Suede, and one day actually we played the Albert Hall. The Albert Hall in England, yeah, which is a massive big auditorium. And it was the last night of the tour that we were doing. We played the Albert Hall, and then we went back home. And by this point we were signed to a record label, so we all had plenty of money. And we drove the bus back from the venue, back to all our houses, and all the rest of the band were living in these posh flats in Bristol. But I was living with my mum and dad still. I was still living with my mum and dad. Before I was in the band, I thought the reason why I was living with my mum and dad was that I didn't have enough money. But that wasn't true. I found out when I got the money, I still lived with my mum and dad. I still lived with them. That was really because I was an alcoholic and addicted to drugs. I couldn't get anything together, basically. So even the money, I knew what to spend the money on, obviously, and it wasn't on rent, I'll tell you that. So anyway, I played the Albert Hall, and we came back in the bus. It was about 4 o'clock in the morning, and we got back home. I was very young then, like only in my 20s, like early 20s. And we got back about 4 o'clock in the morning, and my mum had waited up for me, you know. And she said, "Hello, Patrick, how are you? How was the Albert Hall? Was it good? Do you want some cheese on toast, darling?" And she made me cheese on toast, and I ate it, and I went upstairs, and I went to sleep, sort of. And then, at about 9 o'clock in the morning, my dad came into the room, knocked on the door, said, "Get up, we're going, you're getting up now." And anyway, he drove me, him and my mum down the motorway to a place in Wales called Neath. That was where my grandma was in an old people's home. She was right at the end of her life. And I think my mum and dad wanted to show me my grandma basically before she died. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, I was taken to this home. I was in a rock and roll band then. I'd never been into an old people's home before. And it was shocking, man.
Smelly.
It was really shocking. There was 30 old people in armchairs just staring into the distance with a blaringly loud television set. My grandma was too far gone even for that room, and she was upstairs in another room. And she was just sat on the bed, and she was just staring out into space. And we came into the room, and she didn't recognize me or my dad, who was her son, or my mum. She just sat there, staring out. And she had these incredible blue eyes, like bright, bright blue eyes. She'd been a Catholic all her life, and she'd given all her time to the Catholic Church. Anyway, there she was, just raying out this blue into the room. And we were in there, and my mum and dad said hello to her, and she didn't say anything back. And I think it freaked them out a bit. So my mum and dad went outside in the corridor, and they were chatting to the nurse about my grandma. But I didn't want to go away. I got a chair, and I went closer to her. And I sat right in front of her, and I looked into her blue eyes. And she was looking right into me. And it was the first time I looked into anyone's eyes where they didn't want anything, and they weren't judging me, and they weren't having an opinion about who I was. It was just like, I tried to think about it when I wrote my book. I tried to turn it into words. And this is the words I thought of about her eyes. 2 cool blue motorways that led to the stars. Or 2 cool blue motorways that led nowhere. Anyway, she transmitted something to me, I believe, in that moment. I still don't know what it was, but it changed me forever. And it wasn't that long, and I would be out of my head on drugs, and I'd be coming down, I'd be in a dreadful state, and I would see my grandma's eyes looking at me, do you know what I mean? Sending me this love. And it wasn't that far after that I cleaned up, and I stopped doing drugs, and I haven't done them for 30 years now. So I owe that to my grandma. But it wasn't until Woody, over here, my best friend, came up with this riff. He came up with this riff, and I thought that was the feeling like it was in the room when my grandma was looking at me, and we wrote this song together. It's called Mary, because my grandma's name was Mary, so thank you. And I have a bit more reverb on this one as well, vocal, thank you, but not as much as the last one.
Knowing you're not anyone in a world where you can't be strong. Knowing you're not anyone in a world where you don't last long. In a world where you can't compete, pretty voices keep on singing.
This next song, it came out of a really dark time in my life, and like we all have those times. But this was a dark time. It went on for about 2 years, and it just didn't shift, because usually it shifts with me, but it just went on and on and on. And then this light came, this kind of light came towards me, and it was basically this song. This song came to me, and I knew I was coming out at this time. So it's a song that I love a lot, and it's called Lonely Man.
Lonely man, don't be sad. Even if you get it wrong, doesn't mean that you can't sing a happy song. Looking up,
Cool, thank you. This is going to be our last one, and it's called End of the Road. It's the last song on my new album, and yeah, thank you so much for coming along. And I hope to see you all again sometime, down the road sometime.
feel so lost without your touch. I can't go back to before. I don't believe in myself. I don't believe in myself anymore. Thank you. Thanks very much. The last time I played in Hamburg, like people spoke. It was just like the most horrible gig I've ever done. People just spoke all the way through, and I went mental. But it's been so beautiful here tonight. Thank you so much for that. Remember that place? Yeah. I think you had to tell me off, didn't you? You know what I'm talking about, Robert, yeah? This one's in a different tuning, so bear with me.
one's called The Land of the Midnight Sun. Ready, Woods? I know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nobody's listening. This is for my friend Dodge, wherever he is. It's called JDGH.